I watched as my beloved son had his throat slit, and in that instant I devised 100 ways to kill the murderer. But what I never expected was that the three masterminds deliberately left with one accomplice behind at the crime scene. Faced with this golden opportunity, I immediately charged forward, determined to make him pay dearly. In the fierce struggle, I ripped off the killer's hood. With just one glance, I etched his face into my memory. But after the killer escaped, I realized my son could no longer breathe normally. Even with the doctor's best efforts, they couldn't save him. What shattered me further was that my son hadn't died from blood loss, but suffocated alive by blood flooding his lungs. The agony he endured before dying hardened my resolve to seek vengeance. On the day of the trial, I deliberately gave an answer that stunned everyone. When the judge asked me if the man before us was the killer, I answered no, for I knew full well local law would sentence him to only 3 years. Not only would he escape proper punishment, he'd live out his sentence, sheltered from retribution. So I risked perjuring myself to slaughter the monster who took my son's life with my own hands. When the killer was released, his accomplices gathered at the courthouse entrance to welcome him home, as if they just won a great victory. What they didn't know was that this was my revenge plan. I was watching their every move from nearby, then secretly followed them in my car. After pinpointing the killer's residence, I returned home, retrieving a sharp dagger as my weapon. Come nightfall, I lay in wait before the killer's door. The man who murdered my son stepped outside. I appeared before him immediately, yet he showed not a shred of remorse. He viciously insulted my departed son. That moment ignited my fury. Since the law could not deliver justice for me, I resolved to exact blood vengeance in my own way. During the fierce struggle, I plunged the blade into his abdomen. To evade capture by the police, I pulled the fingerprinted dagger from the corpse, drove to the outskirts, wiped away residual prints with a towel, and finally tossed the dagger into a foul-smelling ditch. The next morning, I never imagined the police would find me so quickly.